push up the hand so true, loyal until his friend goes number 2. During the heat of the game, it's clear he's a champ when all else disappears. Rally the team with a wink and a cheer. He's the leader that everyone fears. Quickly, it's a real heater. Once my friend, he's a locker room leader. In the chaos, he's the center, turning us into believers.
And now, while I may not be the locker room leader, I am Carl Carafel. Yeah, this is kind of different. This is kind of new. This is uncharted territories for me here, but I am here with Mr. Chris Best, and we're bringing you the locker room breakdown, our raw perspective. This is going to be my first time hosting this show. I'm super excited about it, and thank you, OM Dynamic, for asking me to do this, knowing that I am available today. Absolutely fantastic. We're just going to get right into things here. Last week's episode of Monday Night Raw was a Fallout show that had a lot of different things happen and go on after WrestlePalooza, which felt like a show that kind of ended things and started some new things, right?
Oh, yeah.
And this continued this show, with Monday Night Raw, right?
Yeah. This show set the tone for what to expect for the fall, I figured.
That's exactly how it felt. From WrestlePalooza doing that all the way to the Monday Night Raw right afterwards. We had Cody Rhodes appear. We had Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins start out the show. Cody Rhodes coming out first, giving us, the crown jewel ring, and the undisputed championship, and finding out that we're going to be having a matchup at Crown Jewel between these two to find out who the very best in the world in their prime, one-on-one, maybe the best man to win this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a heated promo, but there is one thing that Cody kind of got wrong here, because I did a little bit of stats digging on this one. He had said that Seth Rollins hasn't beaten Cody in 3 matches, I believe. He's actually off on that number. He's off by 19. Seth Rollins is 0-22 against Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Yeah, that did come out afterwards. Yeah, I mean, come on. 0-22.
Yeah.
Do we really expect this to go any different way?
No. I think Cody takes it a second year.
Yeah, I think so as well. WrestleView.com actually had a really good post that they put out on X. It's a very good promo from Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. When Seth Rollins is not laughing, he is having a proper promo. He's very good. There might even be a bit of truth in what he said about Cody, always saying he's the quarterback of the team. Very insightful, I think, for that promo that happened. And I voiced my opinion on this before. We're going back to promos starting out the show and it not being pro wrestling that's starting out a pro wrestling show. So for me, it kind of takes away a little bit from it, but I digress. This is what it is. I just have to deal with it. We had some other things kind of come into play a little bit with all of this as well before we moved into our first matchup. What do you remember what that was?
What our first matchup was? Of course.
No,
it was.
No.
Oh,
the little bit that happened just before. We had cut over to
the New Day and Grayson Waller coming down to the ring for their matchup.
We had actually cut to Jimmy and Jey Uso, where Jimmy tells Jay what happened at WrestlePalooza was trash.
Yeah.
I
completely
pretty wild
this backstage promo, but I'm reading it right here from the screen that OMD supplied us.
Right.
And I kind of shut that out of my brain because I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm ready for Jay to turn heel. And that's what I was getting out of this vibe.
Right. Right. I mean, 100%. That's kind of what I was getting as well. If it happens, it happens. But I think just to be able to go out there, and I don't know if this was writers who did this or if this was just kind of off the cuff. Lots of people were not happy and satisfied with WrestlePalooza. And I'm wondering if maybe that was a little bit of Oos coming in there going, maybe I agree with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm also like, I also viewed this this whole thing with LA Knight and the whole not trusting him or not liking him kind of thing kind of reminds me of both Jimmy and Jay again with Sami Zayn. Remember a couple of years ago when Sami was trying to get into the bloodline, Jimmy and Jay, I can't remember which of the two, despised Sami coming in, and then War Games happened, and then suddenly there was respect, and they were like, okay, you are a part of us now. And I think that's maybe the path that we are going to go, but I do feel like we are going to get a Jay and LA Knight match where they're going to shake hands afterwards.
Okay, very interesting take. I could see it happening. I don't think it needs to happen, like the handshake part of everything, but a match between the two of them, please give me that. I would absolutely love to see that. Just as much as I loved seeing what we saw after the commercial break, which was the no disqualification match with Penta and the War Raiders taking on the New Day and Grayson Waller. I myself am always a fan of a no disqualification match. They are so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. And that was essentially the same that happened here with this match as well. We did have a commercial break during this matchup, so they did get some time. Absolutely fantastic for that. A kendo stick was involved. Oh my heart. I absolutely love when kendo sticks get involved in a matchup because they are just, they look good. They sound good. They give some good damage. They're just all around amazing.
Yeah.
What did you think of that matchup?
Oh, this was just so much fun. This 6-man tag. And what a perfect way to wrap up everything with Penta and the New Day. Because later on in this show, we'll talk about something that Penta had stated he wants to do after this matchup. But these 6 gentlemen, they pulled out all of the stops. My shining star in this match was honestly, usually it would be Penta and the War Raiders, but I was actually really finding myself being entertained with Grayson Waller and what he was doing in the match.
Right? And don't discount Grayson Waller. He's a great worker. He's got the look. He's got the skill. He's got the mic ability, and he can entertain, which is absolutely fantastic.
And OMD, actually, I believe he asked me a question as what can I see Grayson Waller doing on his own? 100%. If the Intercontinental title changes hands tonight or even stays with Dom, I can 100% see Grayson Waller getting himself into that picture at some point.
I fully agree. Let's talk about that a little bit here as we come back and we see the Judgment Day. See Dominic talking to Finn Balor and kind of saying that this whole thing with Rusev has gotten really out of control. We see a little bit about, asks, what about his new friend, El Grande Americano? Dominic says that, well, he's back in Mexico, right? Roxanne is involved with this as well, as Dominic is asking JD what he's doing tonight. And he says that he's busy. Roxanne telling JD that they're the Judgment Day and he needs to help him. So Roxanne really kind of stepping into a leadership type of role with this, or maybe a mother type of role, trying to keep everybody together, and especially a JD McDonough who says he's busy tonight. And Roxanne kind of reeling him back in, going, wait, no, you're not. You're part of this.
Yeah, I got a lot of Liv Morgan vibes just watching that because Liv used to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I felt bad for JD getting thrown into this match that with Rusev.
Yeah. Right. Right. I kind of do too, but I kind of don't because, well, it's entertaining to watch and I get more professional wrestling on my screen.
Yeah.
We did come back to Lyra Valkyria and Bailey in the back. Lyra apologizes for what happened last week. Bailey tells her it was so good to see her again. I'm getting very multiple personality type of situation from Bailey right now in this current role that she's doing. There's no take backs. They both shake hands and everything just seems good in the world.
Yeah. This whole battle with this inner battle with Bailey is definitely a battle with her hugger gimmick and her ding dong hello gimmick. Those are the two gimmicks I see coming out of this. And Bailey herself is caught in the middle of it. And it's going to be interesting to see just how this plays out.
I agree as well. I'm really digging this Bailey that we're seeing right now. This whole confusion, not sure, kind of a little in her own head type of situation going on. And I'm really, really digging that, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to seeing how much further that actually goes. We do make our way to a commercial break, and after the commercial break, we come back to Adam Pearce in the ring, and he introduces the new Women's World Champion, Stephanie Vaquer, to the ring. She speaks in Spanish and in English, and says she has her hero that is her dad. And her dad is sitting at ringside. With pride, she says she can say that she is the first woman Latin American world champion. And that the title represents years of sacrifice, represents the motivation and supports that everyone has given her. And all of them celebrated with her at WrestlePalooza. She thanks them. She says she's going to keep making history and that nobody can stop her because she's the first WWE Women's Champion. Kind of, maybe, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe there's a little lost in translation type of situation going on with that.
Yeah, it should be the first South American woman to have won the title.
Right. Or Latin American. Yeah. Pearce says that Tiffany will defend her title in a triple threat on SmackDown, and that at Crown Jewel, Stephanie Vaquer will face the winner of the match for the Crown Jewel Women's Championship. Vaquer says that she will be there as she raises her title in the air. And she got pyro.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it is going to be Tiffany taking on Stephanie, as Tiffany was successful in her triple threat match on SmackDown. There was a part of me that was kind of looking forward to seeing who Stephanie's opponent past Crown Jewel could be. But at the same time, I'm very glad we didn't get that, because I'm kind of looking forward to this Tiffany and Stephanie Vaquer match, because this is an analogy that both OMD and I made on Friday on SmackDown. Tiffany's won every big match she's been involved in this year. So has Stephanie.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So then whoever did and put this together did their homework, and very good on them for giving us the best versus the best.
Yeah.
At this show. Yeah. We see some clips of Brock Lesnar defeating John Cena at WrestlePalooza coming up after that. And then we come to backstage. Stephanie's backstage, and she's stopped by Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley, who both congratulated her. And then comes the Kabuki Warrior and Asuka, who tells Stephanie that Io Sky should be champion. Stephanie tells Asuka that she will show her why she's champion. And Rhea tells Asuka that out of respect for Io, she tried to stay out of her way, but she's sick and tired of her attitude. Asuka retorts, tells her that she will show her why she is not ready for Asuka. That line's grown old and cold on me. Yeah, okay.
Me too, a little bit. I need Asuka to change it up a little bit.
Yeah. Rhea said that she's ready for Asuka and challenges her to a match that night. Asuka accepts and just simply walks away.
All I was thinking after this was, wow, because I really wanted to see Rhea and Asuka go one-on-one.
We then hit another commercial break. We return. The bell rings, and we're underway with a matchup as Bayley with Lyra Valkyria takes on Roxanne Perez with Raquel Rodriguez. Too many rahs in there.
Yeah.
Solid matchup. I believe I'm always a fan of the females and their work inside of the ring, especially Bayley. Lyra Valkyria is amazing. Roxanne Perez has really shown why she deserves the spot that she has within the WWE right now. And they went long enough that there was a commercial break in there as well. Getting to see some really good things like Pop Rocks on the outside. Wow. Right? Yeah.
I mean,
what's your takeaway from it?
Anytime Bayley is in the ring, my eyes are glued to the screen because I know I'm in for one fantastic match. She is probably my most favorite women's worker today.
Okay. Interesting.
But Roxanne Perez is very fastly becoming my number 2 most favorite women's wrestler right now. And with everything that's going on between these 4 women over the last couple of weeks, and I know that there's some a bit of a tiff between Bayley and Lyra. I like that we're getting this kind of stuff. I like that we're getting feuds between the women that don't involve the championships.
Right.
I like that we're getting this kind of stuff. Give me more of this. Allow these women to build themselves up and tell us why they should be in that championship contention by having these matches and having these feuds without any championship on the line.
Right, of course. Bayley did win that matchup. And we see Lyra Valkyria get into the ring. She hugs Bayley and Bayley pushes her down. She yells at Lyra, "Who do you think you are? You think you could touch me?" Bayley tells her stay out of the way and walks off.
And that gave me Mankind vibes, because remember when Mankind would come to the ring, he'd beat the snot out of his opponent, then that calming music would play after he'd win, and he would just chill out, just be completely relaxed.
Yep.
I got vibes from that, from that, and maybe Bayley is taking tips from Mick Foley on how to do this. So
it's possible, but it almost seems like a total reverse of the whole Mankind, right? Like after the matchup, she seems to just like snap.
Yeah.
Right. During the matchup, she's cool, calm, collected, gets the job done. Right. Before the matchup, everything's fine. We're good. Shake hands, whatever. And then afterwards, okay, I thought everything was good between us. And it turns out, nope, it is not. Yeah. Interesting. Again, I'm really loving what they're doing with Bayley right now, and I'm loving what is happening with all of that. Like you said, don't even need a championship in contention. They're giving us good story and work right now. We cut over to Cody Rhodes walking, shakes hands with Jimmy. He congratulated Cody on the win. Cody asks him how he is doing. Jimmy just says he's good. He asks Jimmy how Jay is, and Jimmy says Jay is in his head. He's not listening to him, but maybe he'll listen to Cody. He tells Jimmy that go have a talk with Jay. Cody just simply walks away. We go to a commercial. We come back from that commercial, and Cody walks into Jay's locker room. Cody tells Jay that he spoke to Jimmy. Jimmy seems worried about him. Jay tells him that he is good. Cody tells Jay that good, or that if he wasn't good, he has been there. His highs and lows, wins and losses. And then that happens. Sometimes people lash out, and that he's been there before. He tells Jay that he has his fans, family, and friends. And they believe him. Jay thanks him and tells him that he will find his way back to the top. Cody walks away, and then we cut over to the ring. That interaction between the two Usos and Cody, give me your take quick.
Yeah, that was definitely Cody planting some seeds of, I don't want to say doubt, but reassurance. Reassurance is the word I'm looking for Jay.
Right.
Is that despite what he's going through, the fans, the family, his friends, we all still love him. We will all still yeet with him when he comes to the ring.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, this is all going to build to maybe Roman finally coming in and talking with Jay over this whole situation, because we all know we know that Roman's off filming the new Street Fighter movie right now,
Right.
but Survivor Series, he usually likes to come back around then. So
true. Yeah, very true. Be interesting to see what happens in that entire situation.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to the ring, and we have a matchup. We have JD McDonough with Dominic Mysterio taking on Rusev. Everything is underway. Rusev starts off with a kick and right hands. The referee breaks it up, and JD with chops to the chest of Rusev. Doesn't really seem to do very much. Rusev really seemed to dominate during this matchup. JD did get some really good things in, though. He was able to, on the ring apron, hit a springboard moonsault. He landed that. Looked great. Looked good. Just little bits and pieces of different things. JD, hits a DDT. A headbutt, climbs to the top rope. He lands a moonsault. He goes for the cover. Rusev just too strong, kicks out. JD's coming back in, kind of at the end of this matchup, really giving it as much as he possibly can. He's got some forearms to the face. He runs to the rope and lands a clothesline. JD goes to the ropes, but Rusev catches him, slams him down to the mat. Rusev hits a Machka kick and the accolade. Dominic gets into the up on the ring apron behind Rusev. JD tapped out, so we had our winner Rusev in that matchup.
Yeah, and the big takeaway in this match was Dom's reluctance and decision, actually, to not get into the ring.
Right.
Like, you see him get up, and then he makes like he's going to rush, then he's like, nope. He backs away.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. After the matchup, JD is still in the accolade, and Finn Balor comes out, hit Rusev with some rights. Dominic grabs JD, pulls him to the outside of the ring. Finn's like, Dominic, what are you doing? You're supposed to help. Dominic says, I did help. Okay.
No, he didn't. He did
okay.
not.
I don't know what world he was living in, but sure. Okay.
Excuse me.
We cut back to backstage, and Io Sky is telling Asuka that she does not have to do this. Asuka says that she has to teach Rhea some respect. She does not want advice from someone who lost. And Asuka walks away. Kairi Sane tells her that she must listen to Asuka.
Yeah, that was Io. Io was trying to get into Kairi's ear there. Like she asked, like, "Why do you follow this? Why are you doing this?" And Kairi was like, "I must listen to Asuka." And you could see even like all over all the last few weeks, Kairi had this uncertainty about even wanting to be with Asuka, and it was still there. It was still pretty prevalent in this promo here until Asuka demanded that Kairi, "Hey, follow me."
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get right into that then.
Yeah.
We got LA Knight up next with Jackie Redmond. LA Knight comes out and he calls Jackie wordy, meaning speaking way too much. Jay comes in all hot and asks if Jay should be worried about him or his health. Says he tried to make sure that Jay was good, but Jay pushed him out of the way and he ate a spear through the table. He tells Jay he does not want to hurt him, but if he makes him, he will. LA Knight's talking about, how Jay hurt himself on the weekend, and he will hit him with a BFT for his troubles, with everyone saying LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
A different type of, it was, I don't know how I feel about this promo. It was a promo.
LA Knight is typically usually strong on the mic, but this one sort of fell flat for me.
Yeah.
And
we knew that it was leading up to a matchup, but it just, I don't know how I really feel about it. Yeah.
I think I wanted more out of it. I think that was my issue with it.
After that promo, we hit a commercial break, and then we come back to Jey Uso versus LA Knight. LA Knight is in the ring for his entrance. Jay hits him with a right hand, followed by a spinning elbow to the face. Right hands by Jay, and he goes for a splash in the corner, but LA Knight moves out of the way. He throws Jay to the outside of the ring. LA Knight goes for a baseball slide, but Jay moves, and he hits LA Knight with a clothesline. And then an interesting thing, we hit a commercial break again.
Yeah, we weren't even like 5 minutes into the match when this happened.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Me too.
I was literally, and OMD and I were watching this, and it's that first 5 minutes of a wrestling match that I usually like to settle into the match, and then maybe 2 minutes after that you can go to a commercial break.
Right.
But when they went to commercial break, I feel like I was still settling into the match.
Yeah. Very much so, because it just felt like it just started, right? It just started to kind of pick up a little bit of that momentum, and then you killed the momentum by going to a commercial break.
Yeah. That's
we come
exactly
back.
It.
Yeah. We come back from the commercial break. Good back and forth between the two of them going on inside of the ring. LA Knight, with a Jay goes for a spear. LA Knight hit him with a kick and lands a DDT. LA Knight to the second rope. He leaps off, lands an elbow. Braun Breaker gets on the ring apron, and LA Knight hits him with a right hand. Bronson Reed gets on the ring apron, but LA Knight hits him with a right hand. LA Knight turns around and and Jay hits him with a spear. Jay climbs to the top rope and lands the Uso splash for the win. The integration of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker inside of this matchup just kind of adding another little layer, right?
Yeah, because as I pointed out, that these two gentlemen are definitely the outliers in this whole feud, because it's not just Jimmy, Jay, and LA Knight. I totally forgot about the Braun and Bronson getting involved here. And to be fair, I thought their stuff at WrestlePalooza, I thought they were done, but I guess we're not, based off of what we saw out of this situation. And something tells me that maybe we get into an unlikely tag team as well, with Jay and LA having to be forced together to take on this threat that is Braun and Bronson.
Right. And just as you put there, forced together. Jay leaves the ring and he begins to walk out, but Jimmy comes down. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are in the ring, are on the ring apron. And Jimmy tells Jay, like, to help LA Knight. Like, dude, let's go. Jimmy runs down to the ring with a steel chair as Jay just stays back. Heyman then, tells Bronson and Braun, no, not right now. And then they head to the back. Yeah, again, a hesitation from another person on this show. Yeah. And like you said, I think it may come down to a point of Jay and LA Knight being forced to come together in a tag team.
And just as I was saying that in my head, I'm like, well, how would that happen? You take Jimmy out. You have Braun and Bronson take Jimmy out, who is the conduit between LA Knight and Jey Uso right now.
Yeah.
And that's how you get there.
Yeah. We still have feuding going on between Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and CM Punk and AJ Lee. It's still going back and forth with these two. We come back and we cut to the back, and Seth Rollins is looking at his wife. Becky Lynch tells Seth that the Usos are disrespecting them. Becky goes on and talks about herself and says the fans are trying to steal everything that they have built. She says CM Punk, AJ Lee, and Cody Rhodes, his name included in there too, have not done what they have done. And she is going to make an example. She grabs her IC belt and leaves. Seth continues to just look at his watch.
Yeah, it seemed like he wasn't even really listening to her.
Right? No interest at all. It's kind of how I felt during that as well. Just no interest. I was just going, yeah, what's next? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I'm literally waiting for the day that AJ Lee punches Becky in the mouth and wins the IC title.
Right.
As much as I love Becky as well, I think that's where we're going with this whole thing, is AJ Lee and Becky for the Intercontinental title.
I think so as well. After that, cameraman cuts, and we cut to another scene with Rhea Ripley, who is stretching out for her match. Io Sky comes in and tells Rhea that she needs her to call off the match. Rhea says the match has to happen. Maybe her and Asuka can beat the respect into each other the same way they did. Io then tells Rhea that Asuka is family and she can trust Asuka. Io then asks Rhea if she can trust her, and she walks away. Then that leads us into a commercial break on the show. Okay. I mean, again, we're getting into the entire, female and everything that's going on. No championships, needed with this. Just some good storyline. After the commercial break, Maxine Dupree is backstage with Adam Pierce. Sorry, I don't know why I said Priest. I'm looking at it right now, reading this.
You got
He
Damien
tells her
on the
that
mound, do you?
Yeah, I must. He tells her that this women's division is very competitive, but for her to keep doing what she's doing, and he will find her an opponent. She thanks him and walks away. In comes AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. AJ Styles tells him that he doesn't like El Grande Americano and asks Adam how many of them are there? Like, how many of them?
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Lee tells him that they want a tag team match next week. Apparently, Adam Pearce made it official next week. AJ tells Adam to stop signing Americanos. AJ and Dragon Lee just walk away after that. We come to a big matchup. We're running short on time, so I'm just kind of running through things.
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. Asuka with Dakota Kai taking on Rhea Ripley. I mean, what can you really say about this? The two of them, amazing from both of them. Again, a quick commercial after the start of a matchup, and then another commercial in there as well. So we had two commercial breaks during this matchup. They had a lot of time. They did a lot of different things inside of this as well. Rhea Ripley, in the end, rolls Asuka up for the pin. Was there things that happened? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This match was just pure fire. That's all I can say about this. It was everything I wanted it to be. And I want them to wrestle again.
Right?
You know that old chant, fight forever? That's what I want for these two.
We do run into a little bit of Kairi Sane getting involved as well, where Kairi got up onto the ring apron. She went to go hit Rhea. Rhea catches her arm. And then Asuka goes for the hip attack into Rhea, but Rhea moved out of the way, and Asuka hit Kairi. So maybe, again, we're looking at a little bit of, what's going to happen with all of this going on now? Is Kabuki going to be Kablooey in time? Who knows? Biggest thing in this matchup that happened, though, Asuka with the poison mist to the face of Rhea. It was everywhere, man.
Yeah, Rhea got turned into a Smurf.
Yeah. It was wild. Asuka tells Kairi to hit Rhea, and Kairi begins hitting her with right hands. Io's music hits. She runs down to the ring. She stops Asuka, and Asuka hugs Io. Asuka turns around and then hits Io with a spinning elbow. Asuka tells Kairi to hit Io, and Kairi begins hitting Io with right hands. Asuka with a kick to the face, and Kairi to the top rope, where she landed the insane elbow. Asuka celebrates as Raw goes off the air.
What an ending, right?
Huge.
Did you happen to catch Io's reaction after the fact?
I did not.
They did an interview with her backstage.
Okay.
And oh my God, the emotion that was pouring out of her. She was like crying, like tears streaming down her face.
Oh.
She felt very betrayed. They're probably going to show it on tonight's show.
Probably.
The emotion that was coming out of her just made me feel for Io. And I was like, wow, it turned real for me at that point.
Goodness. While we had a lot of commercials during this show, we too have just a few commercials that we want to get to you and put out there before we go into our preview for tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafell.redbubble.com.
And with that, we come back for a quick preview of tonight's show for Monday Night Raw. There seems to be a lot that is going to be happening on this show. I am excited for it. I'm excited to see AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. As we heard from last week, it has been made official. Last week, going to clash with Los Americanos. Now I'm wondering which ones, which pairing are we going to get?
I'm in that same boat, and I'm wondering if we get an unmasking to start revealing who these Los Americanos guys are.
I think it's probably just a little too soon for that.
I was just as I was thinking about that, I'm like, well, they did do a promotional video for them to promote them as a new stable last week too. So maybe just hold off on that for another 2 or 3 months, you know?
Of course. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what we're going to see. We may see some revealing and have some masks being taken off probably several months down the road for sure. A new thing that's going to be happening, a part 1 during the show tonight, we're going to see the history of Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins' rivalry. Interesting.
I'm already intrigued.
Right? Special look at the turbulent rivalry between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. That's what the WWE put out there as a teaser for this. I'm looking forward to it. 100%. I am looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing.
I like when they do these little documentary pieces to show the history of the feuds. They did that recently with Brock Lesnar and John Cena.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see just how much of the 0-22 they're going to show between Seth and Cody.
Very much so. Be interesting to see which version of Bayley we actually get tonight as well. Last week, Bayley asked Lyra to be in her corner and came into the ring hugging everyone in sight. Soon after, Bayley snapped into an aggressive and unhinged competitor that made short work of Roxanne Perez and shoved Lyra Valkyria down to the mat. Tonight, it's not going to be Roxanne Perez, but instead it's going to be a Raquel Rodriguez that is in the ring with the unhinged Bayley tonight.
Yeah, and because Roxanne is more than likely going to be at ringside, I get a feeling Bayley's going to try and ask Lyra again. But at what point does Lyra say no?
Tonight could be that night. You'll have to tune in as Raw goes live on Netflix at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Netflix. For us internationally. Yeah. Championship on the line tonight as the Intercontinental Champion and AAA Mega Champion, is it?
Yep.
Dominic Mysterio takes on Rusev. We may have a new champion tonight.
I'm 100% with you because this is what I think of this match. Rusev has been on a very dominating run. Even with that loss to Sheamus, he's still been killing it and just dominating everybody. Adding the Intercontinental title to his resume right now this is the perfect time to do it.
I agree with that. And I think a week removed from Dominic being very hesitant, to help out JD McDonough, we're probably going to see JD down at ringside for this as well. We will probably see JD become just as hesitant as Dominic Mysterio was, so that Rusev does get that win. It's how I'd love to see it happen anyways.
Yeah. Because if you look at it this way, look at how many people Dominic has a problem with. It seems to be he's having issues with the Judgment Day. Rusev. Yep. Penta's another one now, because Penta did announce that he's going after the Intercontinental title. Yeah. And then on the AAA side, he's got just everybody who wants a shot at the AAA title, especially Vikingo, who would probably want a rematch.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Will Jey Uso be ready tonight? Is he going to be ready when him and Jimmy take on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman? This is going to be insane. It's a tornado match. Dude.
Yeah. This kind of rolls right up Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed's alley a little bit here, because they like destruction.
Right? And to be able to get I don't want to call they're gimmick matches, right? Like a tornado tag match is a gimmick match. We had a no disqualification match last week. It's a gimmick match. To get gimmick matches coming back in and to be able to see these, I think is absolutely amazing right now. I'm very happy to see this. And this, while it is going to be a great matchup, I don't think it's going to necessarily steal the show, but I think it's going to be one of the better matches that are on the show tonight.
Yeah. And usually we use they've been using gimmick matches to finish a feud. I don't think we're finished after this match.
I don't either. I think that this rivalry between these four are going to continue on for quite some time. And I am definitely okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. There you have it, everybody. That is your preview for Monday Night Raw. Coming up to you in about 10 minutes time. I want to thank everybody for being here with us this evening. And I want to thank you, Mr. Best, for being here alongside so that we can go through the locker room breakdown, give our Raw perspective. For each and every one of you, if you have not checked us out online, there's a QR code that is just up in the corner over there right now for you. Scan that QR code or visit turnbucklestudios.org. That QR code takes you right to the website where you can find out all the information about what is happening with Turnbuckle Studios, including checking out your hosts and being able to click on their picture and find all of their socials. You can check out our shop as well. It takes you right to our Redbubble site at carlcarafel.redbubble.com. You can choose which one you want to click on. It'll take you right to that specific area for that merchandise, or click Turnbuckle Studios logo. It'll take you right to the exact home page. And if you are somebody who is looking to get into this type of world, whether it is being on screen, whether it is writing, whether it is helping out, giving ideas, or doing other things within the Turnbuckle Studios network, we have our Turnbuckle affiliation program, and we would love for you to be part of it. Go to our website, turnbucklestudios.org/join, fill out the form, and we will get back to you. Mr. Best, once again, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We are going to end this. We are going to get ready for Monday Night Raw. And we want all of you to join us as well on all of the socials for that.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now. And we want you to tap in.